or the top 6 teams in the region is what I mean more. It's exciting to see these top 6 teams. I mean, LGD and VG we won't see till tomorrow, of course, as we'll see the winners of these series in action tomorrow. But, I mean, these are teams that I can get behind being excited for. Royal Never Give Up against EHOME. You've got the likes of Nothing to Say, Sylar, Faith Beyond, Jinkyu, and Innocence here for EHOME. And then Royal Never Give Up, Monet, Setsu, Flyby, September, and Super. I mean, these are 2 teams of very skilled players that, I mean, we're honored to see. Quite honestly, I don't know. It's how I kind of think about it, is just the fact that, like, we get to watch really good Dota, and I think any way that these playoffs were going to shape up, we were going to see any good Dota, and I'm really excited for it.
Can we have some predictions from chat before we start as well about who they think is going to win? I feel like this is not an easy series to call. I think they're both very capable of taking games off each other. It's not like yesterday where it's only small chances.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are both really strong. Who do you give the heads up to, B-Cop?
I would probably be more inclined to back Royal Never Give Up in this series. I think that they are an up-and-coming, not up-and-coming because obviously they've been in the top of the scene for a while, but they are more of a consistent team, I would say, than EHOME is. EHOME, of course, finishing their group at 1-2 at 4 wins, 5 losses. Royal Never Give Up going 5-2. And I just think that overall they're a bit more consistent. I also trust Monet more than I trust Sylar, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. Sylar had a rough game on Ricky. I don't know if you remember the other day. That was pretty sad. Yeah, I too. I think RNG are probably like 60-40 maybe for me. But EHOME, Faith Beyond, it feels like when he's been playing well for that team, him and Jinkyu, they like control everything that's happening in the game. Yeah. So they're going to be reliant on big performances from those guys today. And so let's look at the bans, because there's some interesting ones. There's going to be the first phase Naga ban, which I feel like we've seen against certain teams. Keen Gaming was one as well. But yeah, nothing too crazy.
I would say probably, yeah, Timbersaw getting banned. We didn't see the Shadow Demon get banned by either of these teams just yet. I know that's been a very popular one. We see a lot of Grimstrokes get through, and yeah, there he is coming in for EHOME. I'm not surprised, honestly.
Really strong pick at the moment. A lot of the cores that work well with Grimstroke have been banned out, though. We've seen the Ember and the DK gone. Timber as well, pretty good.
Yeah.
What do they want to go for against the Grimstroke? I mean, Rubik Centaur still in if they want to go for it, which we've seen as a pretty common opening.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. I know September plays a pretty mean Rubik, and we've seen Flyby on the Centaur a few times, so wouldn't be too much of a shock, honestly.
Keeper of the Light still in the pool as well, which got banned out like pretty much the whole of yesterday, I think.
Yeah, it definitely did, and it was one of those heroes that I think wasn't prioritized by some of China in the early days of this tournament, but it seemed like the bans, at least with the matchups we saw towards the latter half of the group stage, it was prioritized in the first ban every single time.
Lich Void Spirit, dude. This is, oh my
Spirit Breaker. Okay, I'm awake. Mom, I'm up. It felt like school for a second, where you're like, you know what? I'll try and coast for a second. I'm not up, Mom. I'll go to the bus stop, and I'm still not kind of there. Spirit Breaker, I'm here. I'm there. New picks, I'm ready. I'm a big fan.
I'm assuming this is Jinkyu's here, but I mean, this is a nice another partner with the Grimstroke that we actually haven't seen yet, which should be pretty cool. I feel like Spirit Breaker kind of returning into the game again a little bit. This hero seems to be getting played a lot more in pubs as well, at the high level. So it's making its slow return, which is always nice to see. I love a bit of RNG action.
Which
that's not Royal
also...
Never Give Up. That's, yeah.
It's also a bit of an oxymoron, a slow return to action for somebody so fast. I feel,
True.
it is what it is. But I'm excited. How do you utilize this hero? Because we don't see this hero a lot in competitive play. So, like, utilizing this hero is not exactly going to be something that many people who are watching the game are too familiar with, at least for right now. So, what are your thoughts on Spirit Breaker, especially with the Grimstroke?
I mean, the one guy that's going to definitely enable the Spirit Breaker the most is the Darkseer, right? If you wanted to go for that.
That's disgusting combo, by the way. That surge into charge is like disgusting.
It's really funny though, as well. I'll
Yeah.
put it out there. It is very funny. What are they? Please. What?
Wow. And this is
Could this be Spirit
could this
Breaker
be?
3 and
Yeah, I was just
Puck
about to say the
4?
same thing. Just because Puck
Hmm.
Core has just not been, a thing for a while. It seems like nobody's going to it.
I mean, Puck feels really bad to play at the moment. As a core, it's not quite as bad, but its laning is so much worse than it used to be as well. It's really good against Void Spirit and Mirana because of the leash effect.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, feels like Faith Bian would be the kind of guy that would play Spirit Breaker as well. He's not afraid to get involved with some action early on. Interesting that they go for the puck though. I would never have guessed this in a million years. Like I think that hero is not in a good place at the moment, and this is completely different from what we saw from EHOME in the group stage. They're
Yeah, for sure.
they're very much changing things up. We kind of glossed over the Mirana as well. I feel like we've had some very bad and some very good Mirana performances so
Ooh.
far.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, so they have the hard lockdown now for the puck, which is
Legion
nice,
Commander
especially if
action.
it's going to be puck core. It's important that you don't
Mo,
give it a
can you
free
hear me?
game. You need that hard lockdown. So they have Gaze and they have Duel now. Um, they also have the Purge available from the Inkswell too, which I think is really nice.
Hmm.
So that 3.7 second stun, you should be able to purge it off at some point. I cannot. Hello. We are having Discord problems apparently, boys. In Discord is having some small issues. Dear oh dear. Give us a second. Hello. No, it's still not working. What if we?
Can you hear me now, Mo?
What about now? Does that work? No, Discord's still down, guys. Never mind. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on talking about the
It's
giraffe for a bit,
same voice connected on Discord. I'm not certain why we can't hear
which
each
isn't going to
other
work because I don't know if
at the
Ben's
moment.
talking as well. That's actually hilarious. An absolute disaster.
But let's see if we can get through this draft a little bit. Try and look at the screen to see if each other are talking, with liking getting picked up here by eHome. All of a sudden, Discord was just like, nope, you guys aren't going to be able to hear each other. Okay.
Oh,
Hello?
Discord just seems to be down for everybody, guys. Good stuff. Good
Weird. I
stuff.
don't
See,
know
this is not what you want to happen when you
what's
start
going on
casting
here.
a nice best of
Mo,
3 at
can
the
you hear me?
start of the day. You
Darkseer
wake up
getting
at
banned, by the
6:15
way,
for this.
just to hang on
Come
to
on,
this
guys.
draft. I'm still trying to see if Mo is speaking, just to make sure that I'm not speaking over him. But they banned that Darkseer. They banned the Gyrocopter, needing what they think is an offlaner for the side of eHome. I'm gonna. All right, hold on. I'm gonna also restart my Discord. Being the best program right now.
Oh,
As hello?
hello. I can hear you. Nice.
Ah,
Ah,
you can
they
hear
have
me in the
oh, yes. Here we go.
production on it. Let me tell you. Ooh, Clinks. Last pick here for EHOME.
Oh, Puck mid, Spirit Breaker 3, Clinks 4. Let's go.
Coming in so clear now, Mo. I'm so excited. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, Discord was just like, yeah, you guys can't hear each other.
I started talking, and I was like, oh, hang on. Me and Beacop are just going to be talking over the top of each other. So sorry about that, Twitch chat. Your ears are probably bleeding. Oh dear.
Yeah. Very odd.
So,
but let's see. What do you think this last pick's going to be here? It could be. There's a lot of things that I wonder about this draft because they've got the Puck and the Spirit Breaker, like Puck 4, offlane Spirit Breaker, maybe like a mid Clinks.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of different things. I just think this Clinks as a core this game feels okay because you're probably laning against the Void Spirit as well, right? Which seems like it would be decent. Constantly chunking away at him. But I feel like Jinkyu's going to be... I can't wait to see which hero he's playing. Ooh.
Last pick Troll for Monet. We've seen this Mirana a couple times where it's just like, you know, it's either high impact or no impact. It seems like it's very other side, one or the other. There's no middle ground.
Like, guys, which hero should we pick? Because we don't know either, say EHOME. They're working it out now. They've just picked random heroes and they're like, oh, what should we do? So they're going to play mid-clinks. Okay. Which way round is it going to be? I'm going to go 3 Spirit Breaker. Oh, boo.
Oh, 4 Spirit Breaker.
I kind of don't like the EHOME draft, though. I think they're really squishy. I think if they start like finding some early kills and they get their tempo going, then like they play really well from in front because the Spirit Breaker can be charging around the map. Like Clinks and Puck can constantly look for kills. They can play this really early tempo push with the Lycan and the Clinks, but I don't know. I just feel like RNG's draft feels more solid overall. I'm not a believer in Puck at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not like this huge believer in Puck. Like all of a sudden, he's just been away from the meta for so long, and here's why we're going to be so good with him. Although I have seen games where, Faith Beyond has played him like a magician, just like our production, given us that fix right there. But I just don't see or have a lot of faith in Puck.
I wonder how much ink you can roll his head across the keyboard and bash as well. Spam that E button. Hope for the best. Do we think they tri-lane at the start of the game on EHOME?
They certainly could. But I would assume Jinkyu's trying to be as mobile as possible, right? And trying to disrupt as much as he can. Not exactly a hero you're expecting to be too stationary in lane, right?
Yeah, true. I know. I feel like if the Spirit Breaker doesn't help the Puck too much in the lane, though, the Lich just kind of zones the Puck out. And Puck isn't really a hero that can just creep skip either. Like, you have to just pull waves and manipulate them if you're going to do that.
Prepare for battle.
He does have Orb of Venom on Jinkyu. I think this is his item build that he builds on every single hero apart from Clinks, in which he replaces the Orb of Venom with a Blightstone. So he's ready. They've gone for a Blightstone on the Mirana as well.
Not something that you see too much from a Mirana, I would say, right?
Yeah, not massively often, but at the same time, when you have this offlaner that wants to trade, against the Lycan, but like the Blightstone kind of amps the Legion's potential to do that, which is kind of nice.
I'm also a little surprised that Bottle queued up for September, just because we see bottles every now and then for mid Void Spirit. So do you want to be contesting runes with your own mid?
I don't know. I don't think it's awful. It feels really good to have that item on Mirana, though, as well. And I think September did do it last time. It's kind of like you do it to secure the bounty runes as well, though, to get more mana for yourself. Stops you having to bring out so many clarities all the time.
see. Do they have this set as a... they don't have this set as a tri-lane just yet. They're going to send Innocence over bottom. So we'll see how that goes. And Jinkyu with Faith Beyond over towards top.
Okay. Is he going to take Bash or Charge at level 1? I assume he takes Bash to try and zone out the Lich. But and the creep wave's in an okay place for it. Mid lane as well, though, we should say that Setsu might end up having to take a point and dissimulate relatively early on to try and dodge charges coming in. I don't know how viable that is. Wouldn't feel pretty good, I'm sure. Look at Faith Beyond, though. Like, this guy has 1 armor, and they're just going to run at him.
Yeah. Goes into the trees, uses that illusory orb, continues to sit inside these trees to try and just stay away from these 2 heroes on the side of Royal Never Give Up. And already we see Monet, you know, he's got himself a deny, he's continuing to do what he can. Bunch of creeps here before him and pulling them to the side a bit. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, Jinkyu managed to miss a creep as well from the wave, unfortunately. So he's left with 3 creeps on his pull, which means he's not going to be able to deny his whole wave.
Trying to make sure that he gets deny, or at least gets that range creep. And then Nothing to Say lining up at a cool 8-0 for the moment. But that's with 3 denies for Setsu. Not doing too terribly.
Oh, he's doing okay. I mean, this void switch should have an okay time at the start, but like as Clink starts to get like level 4 or so, he has 2 points of Searing Arrows now on the Clinks. I think the build on this mid is that you go like 4-2-4. I'm pretty sure. Like, if you look at what the skills do, Searing Arrows is really nice early on to help you CS in lane, but...
So, what's the build here for mid Clinks? Because we've seen 4 Clinks quite a bit. I think we've seen mid Clinks like once, but it did nothing all game. I think it got shut down to the point where like it got 1 item. It was not a fun Clinks game, that's for sure.
I think
charge on the super, and kind of a lot of damage here onto this Lich, but Illusory Orb now going
in the back as well.
North of the tower and goes to the trees to get this kill onto the courier. That leaves Jinkyu to be first blood though. Monet is going to be the one who grabs it.
There was a sentry on the floor where Puck was, and he didn't pick it up. I don't know if you can... I think you can pick up wards from the other team, right?
You know, I would assume
How
so,
Super
right?
managed to get away with that one? I actually have no idea. But you're seeing the problem with this Puck hero, though, right? Like, it's just getting bullied super hard. There's not too much the Spirit Breaker can do to save him.
Ooh, Nothing to Say. Ooh. Ends up with... whoa, that's not fun. Get that salve just cleared out immediately. Look at that. Now he's sitting with no regen. Sorry to cut you off, but Nothing to Say. Sitting here with nothing now.
I see how it is. Don't worry. It's fine. What's this Morala doing, actually? Septem's just been chilling out in the jungle. He's got his boots now as well. I like how the Innocence on this Grimshock is just mirroring the Morala's movements too. Just to try and secure that 4-minute bounty ring.
Illusion.
Innocence might be in trouble now,
A lot of
actually.
damage on Innocence. Inkswell, charge was started for a second, but stopped immediately. And the leap forward, September still wants this. He doesn't have the mana for an arrow, but I don't think he'll need it. Salve, one more shot. Not even necessary as the Orb of Venom, or no, not the Orb of Venom, sorry. Just the last shot
illusion
from September got the kill. And the illusion.
Feels pretty good. He has no mana at the moment, though. I assume he's got some coming out in the courier. Yeah, he does. Just farming up some small camps in the meantime.
We had gone over the fact that it was Orb of Venom for the Spirit Breaker and Blightstone for the Mirana. That early minus armor.
Laning stage going really well, though, for RNG so far. Bounty runes are about to spawn as well. Jinkyu going to be able to secure the top side by the looks of it. And Mirana secure the bottom side.
The prize is mine.
So 2 for 2.
It's on Innocence. He's in trouble again. Starstorm
can
gets
block
hit
him with
twice. Flyby. Overwhelming odds, and he's going to commit to under this tower. Inkswell doesn't even go off as Flywind will take the kill. And Jinkyu, he's dead over towards top. This is going perfectly for Royal Never Give Up right now. This is some weak laning from EHOME overall, I'd say, for the moment.
Yeah, kind of. Like the Clinks is still doing okay mid though as well. He's having a decent time. Yeah, he is going to go for this 4-2-4 build. I'm pretty sure. You keep the 2 points of searing arrows, and then you just max out your other 2 skills afterwards. Just you know, the arrows get you through the laning stage. But he's rotating top here. I think he wants to kill the Lich.
At least try to get one thing. Courier comes across. Now the charge on the super, and this should be an easy kill, and will be.
That feels so good for the Clinks as well. That early death pack damage you can get for your hero feels amazing. And it resets the cooldown as well, so he can just eat one of these big creeps as well if he wants.
Please.
Yeah, he's got Medallion. I'm pretty sure that, like, nearly all the time on Clinks you go Medallion Deso. Like, even as a pos 4 or a mid or whatever, because the minus armor stacking up with the death pact as well feels really strong.
Is that movement though worth it with Setsu getting like a free 2 creep waves right there?
Probably not overall, but like it feels good.
Yeah.
So that's
extra
nice.
damage. I mean, the 5 damage is pretty good. Charge comes out bottom, and Lich just showed up here. Inkswell will get the stun, they'll get the kill, and well, Super all of a sudden has given away 2 of his lives.
And Silas gone for the Helm of Dom first on the Lycan instead of Necrobook, which is interesting.
Ooh, duel. It's early on. Nothing to say coming across. They'll get the dual damage. They were looking for September. Nothing to say is, I would say, assuming that they've got the Clinks under him, but... Ooh, Innocence dying to Setsu. Setsu's made the rotation towards bottom. They're going to continue to go for September. He'll get the kill. No death pack damage, though.
Unfortunate. I think it had just run out from before. When the cooldown gets to 35 seconds, means the effect is worn off. That's how I try to remember it. So I think he's about 10 seconds too late, unfortunately. Yeah, nice D-ward by Innocence as well on this Grimstroke.
Haste.
I don't know, this puck is just really struggling up in top lane.
Yeah, 2,400 net worth. This is not fun. Sour comes over to take over in the top lane.
Tower is under attack.
Like, Trolls TP'd bot to push, so Lycan's going to do the same thing top, but Flywind's going to TP in and just, like, instantly clear the wave. And I don't think there's anything that Lycan can do at the moment. They might try and, like, drop a coil or something and use Shapeshift. Yeah, Spirit Breaker's charging in as well, but if they can just keep their tower alive for as long as possible.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Charge, but let's see what else they've got. Faithion does have Dream Coil. Nothing to say, gets spotted under the tower. Now a duel under the tower. Astral Step, and the damage is there to get the kill, and nothing to say. It's not the dual damage, but they're certainly happy with it. Sinister Gaze on the Sylar. Charge comes in on the 3. Jinkyu now on the run. September's made his way towards top. A lot of damage being done to these EHOME heroes. They don't die, but they do get the kill there onto the Clinks. That was a wild dive. Yeah, I just saw your face on that dive, and I'm like, yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. You know, really sloppy.
Sure, we need production to do like a facial reaction to each different play that they make. We could put like a nice video together at the end. I must be like, what the hell is going on? That was so weird.
Like, it was so odd. Yeah.
This only works if they like use Shapeshift as soon as the charge hits on Jinkyu. And even then, I don't think it's very good. And this Park Hero's just level 6 still at 10 minutes into the game. Like, he's not doing anything really at this point. Like, Legion's almost level 8 in comparison. A whole level ahead of the Park.
Mm-hmm. Nothing to say.
And this Spirit Breaker, by the way, was lackluster. Is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. You know, Jinkyu is a jack of all trades with the heroes he plays, but I don't really think... I think they should have picked the Darkseer, like, immediately to go with this Spirit Breaker. It got banned in the last phase. Like, I don't know why you're not giving it to him immediately.
Yeah, it's weird, because, like, it reminded me of that thing we saw yesterday where Keen picked DP and then they didn't have to pick Oracle afterwards, even though it was in the pool. I just...
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Arcane Ring for both sides. I mean, Void Spirit will certainly take that. So let's see. I mean, they're setting up towards mid. September's here, Super's here. Land an arrow, and all of a sudden you're in a lot of trouble. This is Sylar, who's now farming his 3rd different lane. They smoke too on run ever go up.
Yeah, they need to try and make something happen. Just to keep the pressure up on the map.
Uh-oh, nothing to say. Does anybody have anything for him? They do get the dust, but it's a bit late from Super.
That's a shame, because I think if they had used the dust straight away there, they probably would have got the kill. There's a charge coming bot though. Jinkyu, absolutely fearless at the moment.
Oh, great aid the Remnant. That was a good job to cut him off. Like, I mean, it's obvious the direction he's going once he doesn't make the turn and go towards Setsu. But, you know, now they've got themselves the damage. Press the attack, he survives, so he's fine for now. Chain Frost bouncing around a little bit. Sylar goes the opposite direction, and now he'll be off to the side of this fight. The charge was used. They don't go in on anybody just yet. But the duel is out under the Grimstroke. They get the kill there and the dual damage. September getting the kill on that one. So, again, aggressive play from EHOME. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know what they're getting from it. They're just like, they're running in, and half the team's like, I don't know about this. And the other half is like, no, go. Do it. And they're committing, like, shapeshift for it and all these, like, go. Like, it's weird. It's very hesitant and, like, not coordinated at all.
But, like, where's their
Dire's
damage?
middle tower is under attack.
In these fights, like, they have
Radiant's bottom tower is
Clinks and
under attack.
Lycan, but it's all single target burst, right? And if the troll ever gets axes off, it's so easy for him to, like, with the 60% miss chance, just keep himself alive. I don't know. There's some weird stuff, Beacop. I don't know how I feel about this game.
What's the OD Pixel Battle Pass line? Questionable at best.
I think that was questionable
was,
at the very best. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed the voice chat lines. I'm so excited for when Battle Pass comes back. It actually makes pubs so much more entertaining.
Yeah, it makes everything more entertaining, I'll be honest. Net comes through onto September. Oh my. That's not what you want to see out of Faithion, and then he just ends up dead.
Placed on my path for this reason.
This
If
is
there was
the
one-
kind of
if there was-
game that could leak into the next one.
Yeah, this is like... If they want 10 seconds of a game to sum up how I feel about Puck in that patch, in this patch, sorry, that's it. Just the miscoil and then just dying straight away afterwards. That's really sad. I'm going to tell you about my pub story
Radiant's
last night
top
while we have some
tower is
downtime,
under
by the way.
attack.
So I lost like 5 games in a row yesterday, but after the 3, I was like, okay, I need to take a break. This is, you know, getting a little bit too much. So I took a break. I came back fresh. I was like, yes, I'm ready to go. And then my mid player picked Pudge, and I was like, okay, well, never mind. I guess we'll make it 4.
Top tower is under attack.
There's some heroes that just are not really that viable, especially in the upper echelon of Dota. I mean, that's something that'll work in my bracket, but it feels like in the more skilled bracket it won't. Innocence ends up dead. You've got Monet and Super making the rotation. By the way, Monet is just going into a Battle Fury. He's been pretty involved, I would say. 2-0-2 with 10 kills for the team and farming up like a madman, sitting top of the net worth by 2,000 over where Sylar is. And Sylar really hasn't gotten much, and he's continuing to farm every single lane he gets an opportunity to.
Yeah, they're like 10 gold off this Battle Fury on Troll, and I honestly think when that comes out, like, where's the farming speed in comparison on the Radiant? We said if they play from in front, they feel okay on EHOME, right? Like they have this Lycan running around, the Clinks running around, finding pickoffs with the Spirit Breaker to give them vision of the kills. But unfortunately, they're playing from behind. And so they're having to 5-man smoke now to try and find something. And they're just running into
Radiant's
nowhere.
top tower is under
Obviously,
attack.
we know that. They don't, but... They assume Troll's going to be farming this bot jungle.
And then he shows up bottom. They're going to go for mid instead. Dreamcore charge. Blade Mail popped. A lot of damage here onto Flywin. It'll finally get the kill. They look over at the Lich. They've got themselves a second. And Troll gets hit with the ulti from Jinkyu, but the arrow flies through and hits onto the Spirit Breaker from September. And they should have at least one, and Monet will get the return kill.
Here comes Void Spirit, though.
Oh, Yules. Faith Beyond. Oh, look at the damage he's taking, but the silence is good. Setsu, he'll get the kill. Or not.
He won't.
He was
Monet
close to killing
dies
off
as
Faith
well.
Beyond. He finally does die. Yeah, Sylar takes the life of Monet, and now they kill off Setsu. All of a sudden, Royal Never Give Up are the ones playing sloppy and giving up numbers.
Yeah, I feel like when you kill that Spirit Breaker there, you should be happy with how the fight went. Like, they 5-man smoked. You know, they take a 2-for-1 trade, which is okay for EHOME, but the fact you're just giving them more was a pretty big surprise to me there. Like, without your Legion, that's a lot of your, innate tankiness in your team just gone. And Troll feels pretty good against Lycan when he can get the axes off on things, but, you know, with the... Sana being with the rest of his team all in one go.
It takes more than
Okay.
a moment.
They have to be so wary now on RNG that if they just sit in cores like alone, then this Spirit Breaker is just going to charge them, and they have this like Clinks that can run around with them and find kills. Even the Puck as well now, who I think has Blink coming out in the courier. Yeah, he does.
Dire are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nice little Van Brace for the Troll.
Radiant's middle tower
And a
is
clumsy
under
net for the
attack.
Lycan feels pretty good as well. For his team, I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Like it's a super good Clinks item as well. Because you can attack like through the net duration. So
By the way, Clinks started this game with 5 death pack damage for like the longest time, and I think in that last exchange he got 20.
yeah, he feels real good actually.
Certainly
And
a
again,
big
like
jump.
September was showing top, and they're not going to be able to quite get the coil off because it was on about a 5-second cooldown there.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's
smoke
bottom
up now on
tower,
Road Never
Dire's
Give Up.
top tower has fallen.
Blink duel onto the Spirit Breaker. He's pretty tanky. They'll have the arrow to follow it up, but the dual damage won't come. However, they will still get the kill.
Yeah, this Blink Blade Man is going to be really important up against the Clinks. I had to try and burst him down quickly because, you know, this build that he goes for with the Medallion Deso, especially when he doesn't have the Death Pact HP up, like, he's only sitting on 1080 HP. It's really easy to kill.
Innocence
This
over
is
mid.
mid
He ends
lane.
up dead. And that's the kind of catch that they do have here for Setsu when he gets the Yules down into the Aether Remnant.
Radiant structures
And you
are
see how much
fortified.
net worth this Troll's been gaining, by the way, because of this Battle Fury now. His farm speed's really starting to ramp up even after that death before.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
An easy shot.
Desolator for the Clinks. Medallion Deso.
I also really like that September's building Yules first on Mirana this game. I think, you know, with this easy like charge cancel, it's really good at setting up for arrows against like Puck as well, especially, who can't phase shift dodge an arrow that's already like being shot at him through the Yules setup. So again, pretty good against Clinks as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Smoke again from Royal Never Give Up, and they've got this Blink Dagger on Flywin, so he'll try to find somebody. I don't think the target should exactly be the Spirit Breaker, but it looks like it will be the Spirit Breaker. They've got the duel and the arrow, the damage a lot more coming out from the side of Royal Never Give Up, allowing him to get that duel and boosting up to 38 duel damage. Although nothing to say.
Oh my
Whoa! 3-shot! Absolutely despicable the amount of damage that he's got in Flywin. Okay.
I think it's clicked,
But he
blow
might
up, though.
lose his life, and, well, Battle Trance being enough, he turns his attention towards Sylar and lets him go to the high ground to leave.
Unfortunately, both those kills from Clinks weren't death pack damages, I'm pretty sure.
I think.
Oh, maybe
one
the first
was, 'cause
one
he's
was,
at 30 now.
Unsure. Unsure which one that was, but... Monet?
Charge. And the Inkswell, Monet getting caught. He doesn't have that ult. Soulbind comes through. He's trying to survive. Can he? He's doing an okay job. The Astral step forward. They do enough damage to get the kill here on the Jinkyu at least. It's just one and now a second as they pull in Innocence. And they should have him pretty much dead to rights.
Shadows take us.
Yep, easy peasy. And unfortunately, that was the shapeshift being used as well, right? So, you know, they get the troll kill, which is massive, but they lose two at the same time, and they're going to go for this Lycan now.
Looking for more. Look how quickly he just dies with that blade mail just doing so
September,
much.
though.
Now the Necro Book and the Wolves will get the kill there on to September. Nowhere to run.
Unfortunate. He had Vessel and Ags queued up, by the way, on Void Spirit, and he had 3.4k for gold just a second ago. I think he was deciding, you know, that if he had a good couple of fights in a row, which he did, then he'd probably just buy out for the Ags before going back for the Vessel. He's actually level 17 now on the Void Spirit. It says he's really highly leveled. Wow.
Look at the difference in experience. It's almost 10k.
Jeez.
Charge.
Super.
Dissimulate super. Still alive though. Eventually he will fall to this Clinks, but I mean they got the kill on the Jinkyu. They should be happy with that. They're starting to take out some of this burning army. Setsu, not the spot you want to be in, and the Astral Step is not going to be far enough onto the high ground. However, they didn't follow it up, so he's okay. They end up getting the kill there on the Innocence. They look over at Faith Beyond. They'll jaunt the other way.
They've got a duel up.
Duel? Phase shift, blink. No blink for Legion though.
I mean, that's the thing about Puck. Its skills might not be as good as it used to, or its damage, or its base hour, or anything. But it's still really annoying to play against when it gets some levels online. It's very difficult to catch. You know, he's going Yules as well next, so it's only going to get harder. So they are very much reliant on like a duel or a blink to kill him off.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Considering how the start to this game went, though, EHOME are doing better than I thought they would be. They were 6k down at like 10 minutes in or something.
Yeah, it was pretty fast, that's for sure. Here's that Ags.
Yeah, and until that puck gets... oh, he's actually only about 200 gold off the Yules. I was going to say, some of these heroes are really susceptible to getting just silenced and bursted down. Even the Lycan, to be honest. Because if he can't get shapeshift off, his maneuverability around the fights is really poor.
Sylar near mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Doesn't end up getting caught or seen or
Dire's top
anything.
tower
They'll never give
is
up.
under
Turn their
attack.
attention towards bottom. They've got a creep wave pushing in. 56 dual damage for Flywin, and Monet will show up towards bottom. He's got this Battle Fury heading into the BKB, so we've seen Monet take a lot of damage in fights pretty early on, and sometimes he's survived, sometimes he's been finished off, but with this BKB, these fights are certainly going to get a bit more easy. Dissimulate to avoid the charge, but they focus on super again, and unfortunately this is just the life and times of a 5 position on Roll Never Give Up.
Illusion.
Ooh, double Astral Step with the silence, avoids the charge again. It will get the kill on the Innocence, but a lot of damage being done on the Setsu. Faith Beyond, by the way, he ends up dead. And Setsu looking like he might be next. The Burning Army, though, and the Dissimulate, they get the duel out onto the Clinks. They'll kill off Nothing to Say. They look over at Jinkyu, who is still trying to finish off Setsu. But the Astral Step and a couple more shots will mean that he ends up going down.
I Setsu's styling so hard, man, in these fights. That was awesome. Like, I don't know if you saw, he jumped into 3 heroes at the start. And although he got really low and could have died, it was so 100% worth it because it just set up for the whole rest of the fight. And that's a 4 for nothing, I'm pretty sure, overall, because Rimstroke bought back. Boy, oh boy. And The thing, like, Setsu jumps into the Middle East fights and you're like, oh, quickly burst the Void Spirit down. He has 12 armor and 2,000 HP. Like, he's not easy to kill. And when he gets this plate mail up, ready for the Shivas, all of a sudden this physical burst damage from the Clinks that he's been really suffering against is not going to be anywhere near as potent.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This Spirit Breaker also feels like, at least against Setsu, a non-factor. Setsu continues to avoid the charges with Dissimile, and he's going to just kill off innocents easily. Wow.
More earned charges as well for him. That's good.
Does he...
Dire's structures are fortified.
No, he's not even going to finish it off into a Spirit Vessel.
No, I think he needs the armor too much, too. Yeah, like, he's playing against Lycan Clinks, right? And Clinks has got -5, -11, -16 armor coming out when he's under Death Pact effect. So, gotta be stacking up on that armor a little bit, I think.
Tower is under attack.
14,000 net worth lead. I mean, this has been Will Never Give Up just dominating the entire time. It's been very impressive, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. They've been looking really hot. But again, like, I don't really understand this draft from EHOME. Maybe they thought this Puck was a really good counter to the Void Spirit, which is something they've tried before. Like, the coil is really good, just to keep him leashed, but I don't know, Puck overall as a hero just feels really weak at the moment, especially at the start of the game.
Radiant's middle tower
Grab an easy tier 2 mid. This could come down, honestly, to just one more fight. They've got the Aegis in the hands of Monet. Like, really, what are EHOME going to offer if they lose this next one while they're going on the high ground?
God, thank God Monet was smacking around that back door there. That was... Whew.
Worth. Value.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they have the Howl minus armor as well, I forgot, which so technically makes it to 24.
Jesus. Monet taking some damage there.
I don't know if you saw, by the way, but
he backs up
coil on the Void
there. Are they gonna go?
He's telling him to break it so that he can purge it off. Yeah.
Yeah, he snapped it, and now Monet pops the BK, goes into the battle, transfers over a Jinkyu. And Will Survive, doesn't give up the Aegis, and they'll go after this Spirit Breaker, get the kill, so they've got the one that they needed. However, nothing to say pushing bottom, and cutting the creeps is Faith Beyond.
Really good defense by RNG at the moment. A good coil, and then like the good Soulbind follow-up afterwards as well. RNG kind of just panicked a little bit there. Especially Setsu breaking the coil when he was literally just about to be freed by it.
Yeah. This is really good from
Blink Blade module.
Never Give Up overall.
Didn't quite get it off.
They don't get it.
This Halberd's going to be a really key pickup from Flywind. Needs to try and get that effect on the Clinks in the middle of the fight. Because his damage output's through the roof, which is something I feel like I've said so many times in our casts over the last few days.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Are scanning.
Only going to take the bottom tier 2 now. Nobody coming over to stop him. He's still working with this Aegis as he got that battle trance off in the previous engagement, so he was able to survive with a minuscule amount of health.
Yeah, they're going to try and chip away at this tower with the Aegis at least, but...
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Nobody else with this Puck at the moment, so they're just allowing the tier 3 to go down.
Yeah, but Monet's going to keep going here. Like, what's your reply on EHOME? As you're losing your axe.
Finally, they come over. Here's the charge coming in from Jinkyu as well as the Dream Coil out on a 2. They work for September. They throw the ult on the Super. There's the Soulbind with it. So leash after leash, but not enough damage to get these kills anywhere just yet. Jinkyu looking to charge in once again. Setsu about to join the fray as they get the kill on the Super. And now they've got the duel out onto the Clinks. And is it enough damage? It will be. Jinkyu, Faith Beyond, nothing to say. All fall. They don't have, or they all do have buyback, but they'll call GG anyway.
They just call it.
So game 1 going to Royal Never Give Up.
That was so well played by RNG though. Like the Clinks put the ult down and Monet instantly just focused all the little Clink soldiers, like straight away. And because he has really high attack speed, they had no damage left in the fight. Like Grimshark used the Inkswell on the Lycan, and Lycan didn't even commit in. So kind of just the whole thing got wasted. Yeah, I'm not a believer in this Park Hero, and I'm glad my beliefs got proven correct overall, just for this game at least. But yeah, I think Setsu had a really strong game here. To be fair, all of RNG played pretty well. It feels like they made a lot of the right moves across the map, and in terms of how I feel